So 3 months later, Staley's body was found in his apartment weighing 86 pounds. That's wild. Yo, it's your boy. So when I'm writing a song, I tend to approach it a little bit like an actor would approach a role. I try to immerse myself in themes that reflect what I'm trying to explore, feelings, ideas that fit within the structure of the song I'm trying to write. In my most recent song, I'm talking about a person's relationship with anxiety. And in order to really get myself in that zone where I could kind of reflect on my own battle and struggle with anxiety, I decided to really go method with it. So the first thing I did was move my bed into the living room, set it up on my futon. It created that really claustrophobic feeling where I'm writing and working and sleeping all in one place. No, he bought a bed off Wayfair. He's waiting for it to come in, so he's living on the couch. Apparently he broke his other one, or there's mold growing out of the frame or some shit. I'm not really sure what happened, but I think there was a girl over and he got a little bit embarrassed. But like method acting, really? Fucking try hard. So for the better part of a week, I stayed in the room. I tried to close the windows as much as possible. I didn't go outside much, which it was pretty easy because it's been kind of shitty weather. No dishes, no garbage. I didn't pick up anything. If I ate, I left the plate there. If I had a tea or something to drink, I would leave the mug there. Basically just lived in my own filth for a week. Minimal showering. Just wait till he sees all the fruit flies in the kitchen, man. He's gonna fucking lose it. So as I'm living like this, I decided to do a little bit of research and look at other artists, notable artists that have their own battle with mental health issues. And I came across the story of Layne Staley, the frontman for Alice in Chains. So he died on April 5th, 2002, but his life really started ending when his fiancée died in 96. Her name was Demery Parrott. She also died of an overdose. So for the next 6 years, Staley became more withdrawn from the public eye, spent less time with his band. They pulled out of tours. They weren't doing many live shows. And he became just isolated, kept to himself, stayed home, and played video games, did cocaine, did heroin, and made art. Which is crazy because, watching videos and interviews with other artists who grew up in that era or who look back and cite Alice in Chains as being inspiration, all of them say Layne's voice is probably one of the greatest in rock and roll history. He had very controlled voice, and what he could do with it day in and day out was incredible. There's interviews with engineers that worked with him who said he would do one or two takes and that's it. He would sing the song, and if you asked him to do another one, he'd get annoyed. And to think a guy who's like on top of the world like that, he's spending the last few years of his life in his apartment. It's sad, man. In his last interview, or his supposed last interview, there's some debate as to whether this interview actually took place or not, but that's a different video. He spoke to a journalist named Adriana Rubio, and he basically told her that he knew he was going to die. He wished that he could have lived his life in a different way, and he wished that he could have done more with it, but he was very comfortable with the fact that the drug had taken complete control. He was not able to beat it, and that he was going to end up dying from it, and he was prepared for it. They found his body in his apartment. He was weighing 86 pounds. My 7-year-old weighs 60 pounds. That's insane. And what's crazy to me is after they found the body, they did an autopsy, and they realized that he had actually died 2 weeks prior to that. So for 2 weeks, there was a body sitting on a couch with a needle in its arm, just there. No one's coming to check up on him. No one's coming to see him. So as a kid, one of my biggest fears was dying alone. I'm not sure where that stems from. I have some ideas, and I explore a little bit of the ideas in the song. At the time when I was having these feelings, I felt like I'm the only one. Like, it's such a weird fear to have, and like, I'm so young. Why am I worried about dying already? And why am I worried about dying alone? I have these people around me that love me. But there's a feeling of loneliness, and there's a feeling of isolation when you have anxiety, when you deal with mental health stuff. You feel like you're the only one dealing with it. Nobody else can really understand what it is you're going through. And if you keep doing it, especially in my case, because my anxiety gets so severe where I obsess over my health and I obsess over how I'm feeling physically, it can get long for the people around me where they're like, you're fine. Like, stop worrying about this. You're driving me nuts. And rather than put them through that, it's easier to just say, okay, I'm in the funk right now. I don't want you to come by because I don't want to bother you with my issue. But reading about Staley and learning about his story reminded me that there's other people out there that have similar issues as you. There's other people out there that they feel isolated. They feel alone. They feel like sometimes they can't deal with things. And the last thing that we should be doing if we're dealing with this is not talking about it and not going to the people we care about and saying, hey, I'm having a rough time. I need help. We need friendship. We need family. We need love and support. And when the times are the toughest, that's when we need people the most. So I hope you guys got some value out of that video. And if you did, hit that subscribe button, the like button, all the buttons. I'm trying to release videos every week, either vlogs or performance videos, music videos, acoustic videos, all types of videos just for you. Anyways, that's it for now. I love you guys. Stay the fuck out of trouble. I know what you've been up to. You sick fucks. Peace.